It's going to have to be a next man up situation for Coach Stockdale and the Bruins.
That's Jackson Ingstrand, who they lost to a collarbone injury last week, out for 4 to 6 weeks. Hopefully be back in a senior year for Central Hardin. But I think that was Coach Boston's message, Scotty, this week, was just about the defense keeping their eyes in the right spot against this team who is, Coach Stockdale mentioned, much like kind of the military service teams, triple option, they're going to keep it on the ground.
Yep, it's going to be 3 choices at all times, and they're going to try to hide the ball. There's going to be some direct snaps. Those direct snaps are the ones that get you, and then you can't fall asleep. They only pass 11 times, but if you fall asleep, that 2 or 3 times they pass the game would cost you.
It is a breezy night, at least up here, so we'll keep our eye on that tonight as
I like it.
Yeah, kind of the flag kind of blowing north to south from the north end zone to our right, left to our south end zone. So the flag is blowing toward the scoreboard. So as the Colonels kick off here, Carson Weiss will have the wind at his back on this kickoff. Coach Boston told us this week he'd like to see Weiss, kind of like last week, more of deep balls against this team. He felt like there wasn't a great threat for returners, and certainly with the win, Weiss a chance to get a touchback here early. We are underway from Colonel Stadium, and that one, no question, nearly through the end zone, off the foot of Weiss, and a touchback to start. And Central Hardin will have the football coming out 1st and 10 from the 20. Our game tonight being brought to you by the Port Youth Center. The Port offers a wide variety of youth and young adult mental health support and services, all of which are provided at no cost to youth and their families. To learn more about the Port, visit them online at theporthenderson.com. 2 receivers to the left, tight end to the right here for Central Hardin. Again, Caleb Irwin, the quarterback. Gage Gurgley in the backfield with him. White on white for the Bruins tonight with the gold numerals and the Columbia blue trim. Irwin fakes a handoff, going to keep it himself, the quarterback, and he's going to get a couple yards before being tackled on the play by Henderson County's Vant Baxter. A gain of 2 will bring up a 2nd and 8 here for Central Hardin, kind of those UCLA-like white uniforms with their color scheme. Same formation here.
Pretty good D that time. They faked the handoff, Greg, and we hit that guy. But we were paying attention, and the guy who was supposed to be on the quarterback did his job.
It was a 2-yard run for the quarterback, Irwin. 2nd and 8 now. Snap to Irwin's going to give it to Gurgley. Nothing there for him, as Gurgley stood up by Henderson County's Myron Wright. Wow. And is going to lose 2 yards back to the 20 to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do against an offense like it, because what they want to do, they want to get there and they want to hit it quickly. At that time, Central Hardin was met in the backfield with the rush up front for the Colonels.
So if you're a Colonel defense, you like this situation all night with a team that's only attempted 11 passes. Get them a lot of 3rd and longs, and you're likely to have a successful night.
Might be a little difficult to throw the ball some tonight.
Yeah, here certainly for Central Hardin, they're going into the win here in this first quarter. Loose ball, it's on the ground as Irwin trying to hand it off to Rochelle coming back through on a counter play. It's on the ground, and the quarterback Irwin just had to fall on it. A loss of a yard to the 19, 4th and 11, punt team out. Micah Chenault, the punter for Central Hardin.
Yeah, and a ball that's not going to go very far. It's probably going to go fairly high. The Colonels may be in their best interest just to let this one go.
Cumbus to receive is actually at the Bruin 43.
Wow. Yeah, they're rugby punters, or Aussie punters, as it were.
High snap. Chenault gets it down. A few steps there as the rugby punt's going to hit inside the 40, take a Colonel's bounce, and Henderson County will have the football at the 35-yard line of Central Hardin. Just a 16-yard punt.
Now, just to give you an idea just how much of an advantage the wind is blowing toward the scoreboard, we've already said we'll kick from the 40-yard line on field goals. The ball's on the 40. That's a 57-yard kick. However, going toward the school, the ball must be on the 20.
It is a significant wind out there tonight. Colonels open up 1st and 10 from the Bruin 35. Two receivers to the right, one to the left for Trajan Davis. He's going to fake the handoff to Burris. Davis up the middle, has the 25, near side 20, stiff arms a man, brought down at the 10.
Grice did a great job up front, Greg, and did nothing but give Trajan room to run. And then it was just the strength of Trajan to finish that one off.
25 yards on the run for Davis. Rashaw there to bring him out of bounds. First and goal at the 10 for Henderson.
And a couple of Bruins try to hand tackle Davis. That ain't going to work. Arm tackle.
Two receivers to the right, a tight end left for Davis here. First and go from the 10. Takes a snap. Davis rolling right, looking over the middle, getting pressured, sacked. Sacked back near the 18-yard line, just held on too long.
Yeah, missed the tight end there. 87.
Cannon Elmore on the sack of Davis. A loss of 10 yards back to the 20. It'll be first and goal from there.
Had Jacob Nunn, if he could have snuck it over there to him.
Jacob out the last game because of injury, just now getting back on the field. So he hadn't really had a lot of time to work with Jacob this past week.
Second and goal from the 20 for the Colonels after the sack. Davis fakes a handoff to Burris. Trajan up the middle off the right guard. Gets to the 16, a gain of 4 will bring up a third and goal. Jones on the stop for the Bruins.
Good time for the Colonels to get greedy here. They've shown they can run the ball. They've only had one pass attempt. It was the sack. But in a case like this, you're talking about a third and goal from more than 15 yards out. If they can get 10 yards on this, you may see them go for it.
It is on the 17, a third and goal from the 17-yard line as Davis in the gun, takes a snap, and penalty marker in.
For the play.
False start against the Colonels, a back them up 5 yards. Colonels penalized just 2 times and the loss to South Warren last week. But an early penalty hill in the first quarter, and now it's third and goal from the 22. 7:53 to go, opening quarter, no score.
Shot at McKinney down here.
Two receivers either side, empty backfield for Davis here. He takes a snap, looking left, now over the middle, fires, man there, a little too tall for him. Out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end, Christian Hagan.
Yeah, it's a nice throw, but with the wind howling at his back, it's going to require a little more touch than that because that ball was at least 3 or 4 yards beyond Christian. But Christian did have a step on his man, so he's going to have to put a little bit more touch on it, which is easier said than done in conditions like this.
39-yarder coming up for Weiss, middle of the field, 2 for 4 this season for Weiss.
All right, the snap, they're ready. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Henderson County 3, Central Bruins nothing. 7:33 to go in the first. Back after this on WSON.
Secure your future with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm, providing excellence in life insurance for over 20 years. With us, your legacy is safe. Our dedicated team at 316 14th Street Henderson is ready to guide your journey towards financial security. Don't hesitate. Call us now at 270-826-9583 and embark on a safe, uncertainty-free tomorrow with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm.
Rashawn Taylor back to receive, but the kickoff from Carson Weiss goes into the end zone for a touchback. Weiss nails a 39-yard field goal for the Colonels, capping a 5-play, 14-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Scoring drive recap brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. Nobody beats the deal beater at D. Patrick Ford. D. Patrick Ford, the Tri-State's largest new Ford and Lincoln dealer on Highway 41 in Walnut near the Lloyd Expressway and online at dpatrickford.com. So again, the Bruins from the 20. Quarterback's going to keep it again. Irwin, and no gain.
I'm going to tell you what made that play for the Colonels that time. You saw Hayden Turner. He has pitch responsibility, which means he has the running back, and he basically tackled the running back to give him no one to pitch to.
Right, just a length of the football game, so it'll still be a 2nd and 10. No gain there from Irwin. Two receivers left, one to the right. Man goes in motion. That's Rashaw, and he's going to pass, and it's going to be complete at the 30. A lot of running room for Goodman. He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, the first touchdown of the season. It was Caden Taylor. Caden Taylor on that reception, and there you go. Coach Boston talked about that in the pregame show. The eyes of the defense, they lost Taylor. And a big touchdown for the Bruins, who go in front with 6:43 to go in the first. 80 yards.
That is a very, very, very disappointing start after such a great series. The first set of downs for Central Hardin that time. Colonel's secondary got caught looking in the backfield, left one man within 4 verts, unattended for, and it was Katie bar the door. And now Central Hardin trying to kick, I don't know, maybe their 3rd PAT of the season.
A little more difficult into that wind.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is dead center perfect.
Bruins 7, Colonels 3, 6:43 to go in the opening quarter. Back after this on WSON.
Owensboro Health, providing advanced heart care, women's services, orthopedics, cancer care, and so much more for Western Kentucky and Southern Indiana. Our team of 5,000 is ready to serve you. Owensboro Health. We want to keep you healthy. We want to make you proud.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
And I bet Coach Josh Boston mentioned that at least 5 times in the pregame interview tonight, and it was his main key, number 1, about that defense is keeping their eyes in the right spot. They lost Taylor there.
Oh, my.
And ensuing kickoff is going to go out of bounds. Well, the Colonels will come out and have good field position after the kickoff goes out of bounds. Our game tonight being brought to you in part by your local State Farm insurance agent and Thrasher Boyd. Eln helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See State Farm agent and Thrasher Boyd at the corner of 14th and North Green Streets to start your savings today. Call 826-9583 or visit AnnIsMyAgent.com.
They're going to kick it again. I like
Yeah,
it.
you
Not
got
a
the
bad
chance,
idea, yeah.
and I would. Kicking into this kind of wind, Coach Boston feels like, we're going to make you kick it to one of our returners because, as you know, our guy King Cumbus back there, if he gets a hand on it, he's got that opportunity to score anytime.
King is on that side where they kicked it moments ago out of bounds.
They kicked it to his side.
Jack Dalton's on that other side. And this one's going right at King. One of the Colonels got a hand on it. King picks it up at the 21. Cumbus now across the 30. Inside of 40, and he's going to be dropped just across the 40, around the 42-yard line.
And that's why you say kick it again.
We either got it at the 35, so gained some yards there.
7, to be exact.
Yeah, we'll take it.
It'll be the 43-yard line for the Colonels.
Make that 8.
Yeah.
Bruins on top 7-3, 6:35 to play in this opening quarter. Davis puts Burris in motion, and he's going to hand it to Burris off the sweep on the right side. Tony has a first down and more. It's a gain of a dozen for Tony Burris to the Bruin 45-yard line.
Yeah, Colonel's doing a good job of sealing that right edge there, and Tony knows what to do when he sees a block like that. He got in behind his lead blocker, and it was smooth sailing for the senior halfback.
Goodman on the stop for the Bruins. Henderson Chevrolet first down for the Colonels from the Central Hardin 45-yard line.
I like one-on-one coverage down here with McKinney.
Handoff Burris off the right tackle, and Tony gets 5 yards to the 40.
Number 22, Anthony Burris on the carry.
Tackle on the play by Seth Loudermilk and Aiden Peterson. And a 2nd and 5 for the Colonels. 5:40 left in this opening quarter. 7-3 Central Hardin on top. Breezy night here at Colonel Stadium, but 79 degrees at kickoff, so a pleasant late summer Friday night. Davis takes a snap, looking left, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked. Davis sacked for the 2nd time tonight. It is Daquan Keith off the bottom of the pile for the Bruins. It'll be a loss of 2 to the 42-yard line.
It seems like right now the read is kind of coming off a little slow for Trajan. Let's get him rolled out a little bit where he gets that option to run or pass. Right now, if the first or second option in there, he's trying to step up, and that's when he runs into traffic.
3rd and 7 for the Colonels here from the Bruin 42. Davis does roll a little left, throws incomplete. Too tall for his intended receiver. That was the Colonel's Jake Nunn, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, this is definitely, I kind of figured it'd be a 4-down territory, but we're going to kick it. Going to be tough to keep this one out of the end zone. Punting from the 42. Normally it has been Carson Weiss that does the pooch punting, but this time senior Jackson Nunn is going to handle it.
Good snap back to Nunn, and the punt is away. High punt is going to hit at the 22, take a bit of a Bruin bounce, and the Colonels down it at the 26-yard line. That's where Central Hardin will have it. After a 21-yard punt. The 26 for Central Hardin. Colonels football tonight being brought to you in part by DSS Rentals. Take it from Colonels football sophomore Jack Dalton. DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals. For personal and commercial projects, big or small, DSS Rentals has the tools for you. DSS Rentals on South Green and online at dss-rentals.com. 4:29 to play opening quarter. Central Hardin on top 7-3. 2 receivers either side here for Caleb Irwin. Gurgley in the backfield. And Irwin's going to keep it. And Irwin is going to get a couple yards to the 29. And to bring up a 2nd and 8. as J.R. Russ and Andrew Onan on the tackle for Henderson.
2nd and 7 for Central Hardin from their own 30-yard line.
Same formation for the Bruins. Single back is Gurgley. And they're going to hand it off to Gurgley this time, and he gets nowhere. No gain there. Tackle on the play by Henderson County's J.R. Rush.
Number 8, Gage Gurgley on the carry.
3rd and 7 now.
Brought in by number 12, Hunter Evans. 3rd and 7 for Central Hardin from their own 30-yard line.
3rd and 7 for the Bruins from their own 30. Irwin fakes a handoff, throws. It is incomplete. He had his man open. Taylor again at about the 33. The pass was low into the turf, and 4th down. Punt team coming out for the Bruins.
Well, it was a big stop for Central Hardin last time out after a short punt. Colonel's got to take advantage of this here. Move the punt returner, King Cumbers, up just a little bit. At the very least, get a fair catch, or if the ball doesn't make it to him, get the ball on this side of midfield and pound the football right up the gut.
Yeah, last time he kicked it probably back to the 46-yard line, and he's on the other side of the field.
Chenault, the punter. Good snap back to him, and the punt, low line drive spiraling, is going to go out of bounds across the Colonel's 45-yard line.
We'll take it.
It'll be right on the 45 for Henderson after a 25-yard punt. Henderson County will get their 3rd offensive touch of the half. Ready to take charge of your future? The Port offers counseling, career planning, life skills training, and a safe space for teens and young adults to hang out. To learn more about the Port, stop by their Henderson location at 455 Clutie Park Plaza Drive. From their own 45, Davis going to hand off to Cumbus on the sweep right side, and just a yard or so there for King as he's tackled by Braden Begley. A gain of a couple will bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Colonels from their own 47.
Yeah, the Colonels need to make a move here because a couple of things need to happen. They need to take advantage of the wind they have at their back right now, which means the kicking game and the passing game, but they also need to put Central Hardin in a situation where they got the wind in their face again offensively.
2nd and 8 from near midfield. Handoff to Cumbus again, and Cumbus gets another 2 yards to the 49 to bring up a 3rd and 6. Peterson on the stop for the Bruins. Burris back into the game and that running back spot. Cumbus to the sidelines.
What we're doing right now is what you can't do to a team that has suffered is give them confidence in this 0-2 Central Bruins squad having some belief they can early on.
Davis fakes a handoff. Trajan going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down for no gain. 4th down, the punt team come out. Tackle on the play by Grayson Decker. It's an 0-2 team. They did hang tough with Manual last week, 7-0 game in the 3rd quarter. Ended up being a 21-7 final on the road in Louisville.
Yeah, so far the Colonels have played right into the game plan of the Bruins.
No question. Minute 20 to go in this opening quarter. High snap. Nunn gets it down, though, and gets the punt away. A good one. Fair catch called for. It's going to take a big bounce, but it's going to bounce into the end zone.
Lucky.
Or a touchback. It did. If it takes a high bounce, Colonels had a chance maybe to down that one inside the 10. It ended up being a 51-yard punt. And the Bruins coming out at the 20 with 1:10 to go in this opening quarter. Colonel's first 3 drives, a 39-yard field goal from Carson Weiss. After they had the ball at the Bruin 35, had to settle for that field goal, and then back-to-back punts. Bruins has punted twice, but they have the big play, the 80-yard touchdown pass from Irwin to Taylor to take the 7-3 lead. Irwin puts a man in motion, takes the snap, turns around, rolls out. Irwin wants to run it outside the numbers, far sideline, and he's close to a first down across the 30-yard line where he's ran out of bounds. Colonel's Jericho Butler there to get him out. And it is a gain of 10 yards to the 30. Exactly a minute to play in this opening quarter. 7-3, Central Hardin on top of the Colonels.
Well, any wind advantage we had in this quarter is about to end.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Put a man in motion. They hand it off. Oh, and good J.R. Rush. A tackle for a loss back at the 29. As it was Rashaw's first carry of the night. Jackson Rashaw. A loss of a yard on the tackle for loss from Rush. And it's a 2nd and 11. Central Hardin does not have to run a play here if they do not wish. As 13 seconds on the game clock, but 16 on the play clock. And Coach Philip Stockdale, wanting to make this game short, keep it on the ground, does so. That is the end of the first quarter. After one, Central Hardin 7, Henderson 3 here on WSON. Our game being presented by the Port Youth Center.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Bruins, a 80-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Irwin to Caden Taylor, scoring in that opening quarter. A 2nd and 9 coming up here. It should be a 2nd and 11. Coming up here.
What are we doing? Should be 2nd and 11.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Yep. And they did get the wrong spot. They had it a 2nd and 9. Should have been 2nd and 11 because Rush had that tackle for a loss.
Who ran that one?
I think that was Rashaw again, Scotty, but not for certain. I'm like you, was confused there by they gave him 2 yards. So now it's a 3rd and 10. Receiver either side here for Irwin. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. Fakes the throw. Now coming near side. Has the 30, 35, 40. First down for Irwin. Out of bounds around his own 45-yard line.
Number 19, Caleb Irwin on the quarterback keeper.
Irwin across the 45 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards on that carry from the quarterback, Irwin. Nice pass fake. To the right side, came left on the ground and gets 17 to the 47 and a first down. Goodman receiver far side of the field. And a whistle.
Movement.
delay a game penalty on Central Hardin. Had to back the Bruins up 5 yards. I think their first penalty of the night. Third. Missed some. Thank you, Scott. Guess the kickoffs.
First and 15 for Central Hardin from the 42-yard line.
That one kickoff and that's what it was.
First and 15. They hand it off, and it's a first down and more. Big hole into Colonel territory. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Central Hardin. It's the Bruins. Gage Gurgley. 58 yards, and it's 13-3 Bruins.
God almighty, that was terrible.
Two big plays for the Bruins. They have come to play tonight. The Colonel's a step slow against this offense they don't see very much, but they've hit them with a big pass play, now a big run play. With Chenault on for point, we go down to Steve.
All right, snap, down, kick, up, kick, good.
Bruins 14, Colonels 3 with 11:01 to play in the first half. We're back after this on WSON.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Central Hardin 14, Henderson County 3, 11 minutes to play in this first half. Kickoff off the foot of Chenault is a touchback, just a yard deep into the end zone for Cumbest. And the Colonels will come out first and 10 at their own 20, looking for some offense. After two big plays for the Bruins, have them up 14-3.
Yeah, they haven't done a very good job offensively of protecting the senior quarterback Davis and running the football. It's been up and down, but too many times 1 or 2 yard or no yard games on back-to-back plays puts them in 3rd and long. Now, well, let's see if the passing gets any easier into a stiff breeze.
And this happened last year. Got down big, and Davis led us back.
Yeah, good point, Scotty. Davis takes a snap. He's looking left, firing man wide open. McKinney at the 50. No one within 20 yards of Lakin. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Davis to McKinney, 80 yards. No one even close to Lakin for the score.
Yeah, I'd say that pass was executed a lot better into this cool breeze.
Traditionally, these games in the season have been high scoring.
Colonels could go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game, but they're going to go ahead and go with the PAT as the senior comes out.
Lakin McKinney's first Colonels touchdown catch.
Yeah, had 4 in the preseason. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
10:48 to play in the first half. It is Central Hardin 14, Henderson County 10 here on WSON. Our game being presented by The Port.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
Trajan Davis to Lakin McKinney, 80-yard touchdown pass. One play, 13-second scoring drive recap brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. There's a little pooch kick. It hit off a Bruin on the kind of front line there at the 45, but one of the second line able to fall on it across the 40 at about the 43. D. Patrick Ford is the deal beater, the Tri-State's largest new Ford and Lincoln dealer. Highway 41 in Walnut near the Lord Expressway and at dpatrickford.com. It'll be the Bruins from their own 41, leading Henderson 14-10 early on in this second quarter. Irwin fakes the handoff, keeping himself. Caleb Irwin has the 45, stiff arm 50, flag down as he's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to be on the quarterback there.
That's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, going to be on the QB.
QB's nice size fella.
During the play, holding number 59 on the offense. It'll be a 10-yard.
Holding.
Okay.
I will take that too.
I was thinking the quarterback could.
Oh, can you?
I think they can go up to the helmet.
No, they can't grab the face mask. That's what he
He
did.
grabbed it.
Oh, yeah, he grabbed it, but
I
they let that one go. Yeah. I thought because the guy that threw the flag.
Yeah, because he threw it right when it happened too.
Yeah.
I thought so too, Steve.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, big one. That helps.
Back to the 32-yard line. So it's a 1st and 20 here for Central Hardin after that big penalty. Irwin going to hand it off, and not much there on the carry for Gage Gurgley. Just a couple yards to the 34.
They just try to get you to fall asleep. We just got to stay awake.
2nd and 18 for the Bruins now from their own 34. Exactly 10 minutes to go until halftime. Central Hardin leading Henderson 14-10. Man in motion. Irwin is going to give it off, and it's going to be a yard, maybe 2 on the carry for Caden Taylor. Myron Wright on the stop for Henderson. 2 yards, just a yard to the 35, so a 3rd and 17.
Either team has got a 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 17 here for the Bruins.
I think that's when some of the big plays happen.
Wind at their back now as the play clock is down to 5 seconds. It appears they're going to take a timeout.
He's going to wait till 1.
And they do. Now to wait to play first half, 14-10. Bruins facing a 3rd and long when we come back on WSON.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
at their own 35-yard line. Their first time out of the half. They'll have a couple more. Henderson has all three. As Irwin takes a snap. He's going to pitch it to Taylor off that right side. Taylor leaps over man at the 40, gets across the 45, taken down around the 46-yard line. And it'll be a 4th and about 7.
Yeah, that's normally teams will get in a 3rd and more than 15 situation, and they'll just run a pass play. And how many times have we seen a pass interference called when you've had them backed up by more than 10 or 15 yards?
Especially on us.
Yeah, especially.
At home, usually.
Chenault out to punt. Cumbest set to receive.
Short a guy.
Colonel's got a man coming on the field a bit late. And the punt right side is going to go out of bounds.
That wasn't much, but
yeah, Colonel's going to have a pretty good spot. Yeah, I don't think they've marked it just yet of actually where it went out. I don't think it got across the 40.
I'm going to say something about it. And I remember my playing days younger. If you're on a special teams and you're not playing a whole lot of anything else, and you're the last one on the field to get out there for the one thing you're on, we used to catch 9 kinds of grief in the year 1978. Optimist under Coach Bob Reed.
I think he got a nice mark here.
Yeah, he did. It
was like a 10-yard punt.
Yeah, just 16-yard punt. And actually it is at the 38 for the Colonels. 1st and 10, trailing by 4 with 8:20 to go in this third quarter. Davis takes a snap. Quick throw right. It's complete to Meadows, and he's hit immediately for no gain. Made the catch, but tackle on the play by the Bruins, Michael Hillebrand.
It's good, though. First completion.
Back in the day, we would call the block that Luke Humphreys attempted or didn't attempt a 0 block.
Nothing there, huh, Steve?
There was nothing there.
They did give him a yard, so
we'll
it's a 2nd and 9 from the 39. 2 receivers left, one to the right for Davis. Burris in the backfield with him now. Motions away from the best box. Davis steps up in the pocket, middle of the field. Trajan wants to run it, and he's tripped up at the 44-yard line. It's about 4 yards. A nice tackle by Peterson. And it'll be a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 for Henderson County from their own 43-yard line.
Colonels on this drive here in the second quarter, driving into that wind.
Man, can we get a 3rd down conversion? We're 0 for 3 tonight.
Well, you got to, in this particular case, run something that you can get positive yards on. Give yourself a chance if you have to go up on 4th down.
3rd and 5. Davis takes a snap. Looking over the middle. Trajan's on the step up. He wants to run it. And he's going to get the first down as he leaned his shoulder. And one of the defensive backs popped off of him. Wow. And then gets across the 50, about to the Bruin 47-yard line.
Call that big boy football.
11 yards on the carry for Davis.
Yeah, that's a big boy play there. And Trajan did a good job. Wasn't there. And I noticed instead of maybe reassessing the situation from a passing standpoint, went ahead and tucked and run, got the yards he needed, and then some.
It's game time at Henderson Chevrolet. Get 1.9% financing on new Chevy Silverados plus buy now and make no payments until December. Drive to Henderson Chevrolet GMC or head to HendersonChevrolet.com. Financing with approved credit. Must qualify for rebates. Here's a handoff to Burris trying to come near side. Eludes one tackler. Cuts back. Has the 40. Inside the 40 to the 38. Near the first down marker. A hard run on Burris's best carry of the night.
Yeah, might have gotten a break here on a push in the back from Max Meadows, but certainly have shot ourselves in the foot other times like that. It's not going to be a situation we'll get away with it next time, I can assure you.
It is a gain of 10 and another Henderson Chevrolet first down.
And it didn't help none.
No, it really, and that's where you try to preach to the athlete, kind of keep your head on the swivel. If you're about to make a block that we don't need, that could be illegal, you know what? Back off.
1st and 10 from the 38. Davis rolling out left, getting pressured. Flag down as Davis is sacked way back at the 46-yard line.
We can't do that. Absolutely can't give that back. We can't give away 10 yards. Twice we've done that now in passing plays.
How are you going to decline this penalty? I would. Nope, looks like he's going to take it. What?
I think they are going to decline it, Scotty.
Okay.
During the play, had holding, number 76 on the offense. That's declined. It'll be second down.
Yeah, because
After the
pretty
big
much
sack,
got the 10 yards and you lost it down.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, right.
right at 10,
Almost
Scotty?
right.
10-yard
No,
loss?
just 9.
So it'll be a 2nd and 19 coming up for the Colonels after Davis sacked for the 3rd time tonight. Colonels trail 14-10 with 5.5 minutes to go in this opening half. Davis took it over the middle, and he throws over the middle, and it is complete to Henderson County's Nunn. Gets it inside the 20, brought down at the 15. Just back Jake Nunn, the sophomore this week. A big catch there in the Colonels in the Bruin red zone.
Yeah, that's a guy we didn't have last week, and he's a guy steady wins the race when it comes to Jacob Nunn.
33 yards, Davis to Nunn, 1st and 10 for the Colonels on the Henderson Chevrolet 1st down. And the Bruin red zone at the Central Hardin 15.
1st and 10 for Henderson County from Central Hardin 14-yard line.
Davis takes a snap, running directly right, and he gets it inside, maybe right on the 10. I don't know if he got it inside the 10, but right near the 10 for a gain of 5 yards. So it'll be a 2nd and 5 from the 10. Bagley on the stop for the Bruins.
From Central Hardin 10-yard line.
Second and 5 for the Colonels from the 10. Davis to Burris, has the 5, has the goal line. Touchdown, Henderson County. 10-yard touchdown run for Anthony Burris, and the Colonels retake the lead, 16-14.
Yeah, the kudos go to the big uglies up front. That was a nice hole, probably about 4 feet wide, big enough for Tony and her buddy to make it through. And Tony finished things off in a nice way. And the Colonels, after some lackluster football the previous quarter, picked it up here in the second, a chance to extend the lead to 3. Carson Weiss down for the PAT. Hayden turned to the snap. It's high. They get it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Henderson 17, Central Hardin 14, 4:21 to go in the half. Back after this on WSON.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
.421 to play opening half. Colonels retake the lead after they fell behind 14-3. 2 unanswered scores, and the Colonels back in front 17-14 here. As Weiss set to kick it off into that breeze here. And this one is going to be taken at the 4, dropped, now picked up across the 10, 20, and getting down to about the 26-yard line, on the return.
Good kick in that win.
Is Rashal. Yeah, nearly got it back there. Colonel football tonight being brought to you by the Port Youth Center. Ready to take charge of your future? The Port offers counseling, career planning, life skills training, and a safe space for teens and young adults to hang out. To To learn more about the Port, stop by their Henderson location at 455 Clutie Park Plaza Drive or go online to theporthenderson.com. From the 26 for the Bruins, 2 timeouts remaining at 4:21 left. Handoff and a gain of about 3 yards to the 30 on the carry for Gurgley.
Yeah, he ran the ball 25 times last week. Just 5th carry tonight.
2nd and 6 for Central Hardin from their own 30-yard line.
2nd and 7 coming up for the Bruins as they go under 4 minutes to play in the half. A 17-14 lead for Henderson. Irwin with Gurgley at his right. Taylor goes in motion. And the quarterback going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down by J.R. Rush. No gain on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 7. Colonel football tonight being brought to you in part by DSS Rentals. Take it from Colonel's football sophomore Jack Dalton. DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals. For personal and commercial projects, big or small, DSS Rentals has the tools for you. Online at dssrentals.com and on South Green.
Get a stop here. You got plenty of time with 3 timeouts, and you get the ball started the second half.
3rd and 7. Irwin fakes a handoff. Now trying to come near side. He's going to be sacked back at about the 25-yard line. It's the Colonel's Jericho Butler on the Classic Automotive and Collision Center sack.
I could have took a timeout there.
If you've had an accident and need auto body repair, remember it's your choice which body shop to use. Classic Automotive and Collision Center on Lower 2nd Street under the overpass. Classic Automotive, where you're driving home their reputation. And there is your timeout taken by the Colonel, so they will have 2 left. We'll keep it right here with Henderson leading 17-14 and a punting situation for the Bruins coming out. Colonel's football being brought to you in part tonight by Branson Surveys. Branson Surveys can determine the elevation of your property, survey property lines, and do foundation inspections. Branson Surveys doesn't work from 9 to 5. Branson Surveys works from start to finish. And Colonel's football also being presented by your local State Farm insurance agent and Thrasher Boyd, and helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See State Farm agent and Thrasher Boyd at the corner of 14th and North Green Streets to start your savings. Call 826-9583 or visit andismyagent.com. Colonels started the scoring with a 39-yard field goal from Carson Weiss after the Colonels got great field position but had to settle for the field goal. A minute later, Central Hardin, through their first touchdown pass of the year, Caleb Irwin to Caden Taylor, 80 yards to take a 7-3. They'd followed up with a big run from Gage Gurgley, a 58-yard touchdown run. Central Hardin led 14-3 early in this second quarter, then back-to-back scores from Henderson. Davis to McKinney, an 80-yard touchdown pass, and Tony Burris, a 10-yard run. That's where we are now, 17-14 Colonels, 2:35 to play in the half. Chenault out to punt for the Bruins. And it's going to go over the head and take a big bounce. Tracking it down to the speedster. It's King comes to the 20, has the 30, far field 40, 50, far sideline, and still on his feet. Finally brought down inside the Bruin 40. What a return from Cumbus. He had to run back probably 15 yards to go get it, but that got him going. Turned it around after a 57-yard return, or punt, thank you. Probably a return of about, Freddie, go back there at about the 14 to get it pretty close to that.
And I'm going to tell you guys, this team gets really excited anytime King comes on the field, and he's got the potential to turn in a play like that anytime.
About 42 yards.
And he gave up about 25 when that ball bounced past him. He made up for it.
Yeah. I think it kind of worked out for him because he kind of got going. He got out of the blocks, did the track star.
He did.
From the 39, Davis going to throw right side, man open. Meadows complete at the 20. Shifts back outside the numbers 10, 5. Touchdown, Maxton Meadows. 39 yards from Trajan Davis. Meadows in the end zone for the 3rd time this season. and the Colonels take a 23-14 lead.
Yeah, and the patience of Trajan Davis to let that play develop. Max ran a superior route, and it was Katie Bardador to the end zone.
Weiss on for the extra point as Davis throws his second touchdown pass of the night.
All right, snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Henderson County 24, Central Hardin 14, 2:08 to go in the first half. We're back after this on WSON.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!
Webster's up 13-6.
Weiss to kick off for Henderson County. It's going to be picked up at the 6 by the Bruins and getting just about the 15.
Wow.
That's it for Central Hardin. The Colonels, one play, 39-yard touchdown pass. Davis Meadows after the nice punt return from Cumbus to set it up. Scoring drive recap brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. Nobody beats the deal beater, the Tri-State's largest new Ford and Lincoln dealer. Highway 41 in Walnut near the Lloyd Expressway and online at dpatrickford.com.
Yeah, that's a great kick there. That got the whole thing started. The ball kind of hung up in the air, kicked into that teeth of that wind, and the Colonels did a great job of covering it.
Have 2 timeouts.
2:03 left for Central Hardin and 2 timeouts remaining, and the Colonels up 10, 24-14. Irwin looking to throw here. Steps up in the pocket and hit as he throws, and it's going to fall incomplete at the 45-yard line.
That would have been great.
Yeah, he just, maybe a quarter of a second from a sack, but it almost turned into a bigger play because he got a hand on the ball, but no Colonel in the area to
catch it. I think it was
it.
Ramirez getting the pressure on there that nearly brought him down.
I think you're right.
Second and 10 after that incompletion now.
That kind of goes against what Coach wanted to do tonight. Throwing the ball on first down stops the clock for the Colonels.
I want to call a timeout if you stop them here.
They're going to hand it off, and a couple yards, if that, there.
There's a timeout.
Yep. On the carry, Taylor.
And they really can't afford.
Right.
Sorry, Greg. No, sorry. What I was going to say is just kind of reiterate. Again, their play call is their play call. They did the Colonels a favor with the incomplete pass that could have been picked off. And then you run the football. The Colonels have plenty of timeouts. Now you're.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
Tonight. NFL game tonight.
Philadelphia.
Philly and yeah.
And Green Bay, I think, right?
Yeah.
Green Bay,
yeah.
Did I say? Okay.
So 3rd and 8 here for the Bruins. Deep in their own territory. Irwin's going to pitch it to Taylor, and he's going to be tripped up at the 15-yard line.
He got some speed, but nowhere to go.
Tackle on the play by the Colonels, Hunter Evans.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of taking the ball that deep off the line of scrimmage, especially on a toss sweep. It's the way that the toss sweep was run many years ago, but again, that one really played into the Colonels.
Final timeout, we'll take it as well. 1:42 to go in the half. Punt coming out for Central Hardin when we come back on WSO.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
Minute 37 seconds left. They are out of timeouts. But obviously a great chance to get
50
points. I don't think they've marked it just yet of where the ball will be. It'll be, looks like at the 47, no, 45. So 29-yard punt as the Colonels will have the football on the Central Hardin side of the field at the Bruin 45-yard line.
Yeah, as far as the kicking game is concerned, Carson Weiss could sneak it through from about 37 to 40 yards, so they're going to need to get the ball right at or just beyond the 20-yard line.
First and 10 for the Colonels from the Bruin 45. Empty backfield for Davis, who takes a shotgun snap, looking over the middle, getting pressured, sacked. Sacked back at the 48-yard line. Fourth sack of the night for the Bruins.
Yeah, that's way too much. Fraser's got to make a little quicker decision than that. Either tuck and run or throw the ball away. And that time you're asking your offensive line to hold them up awful long.
Loss of 3. Now Davis is under center, is going to spike it.
Wow.
I don't know about that. If you lose yards, I say go ahead and run the next play.
I think you're right, Steve. I was thinking the same thing.
Now
It still had over a minute to go.
And we're just 1 of 4 on third down.
Right, yeah, now you're in third down.
And long.
You got to punt it. I mean, if you don't gain no yards, I would think punt. You want them to get the ball at midfield with 2 timeouts.
Well, it's a passing situation here, so if the Colonels don't get a first down, this is going to play right into the hands. If they get a catch and short of the first down, you can run a little clock.
And maybe go for it.
Third and 13. Davis takes a snap. Going to throw over the middle, and it is incomplete.
Tripped
he
up.
was looking for Hagan, yet kind of lost his balance a little bit. Couldn't tell if he got his hands on it. But it goes incomplete, and the punt team coming out for Henderson.
Yeah.
With 1:09 to go. I think, the spike hurt you there.
He's going to catch that and bump his head on the crossbar, because if he doesn't get tripped at that last second or catch his toe on the turf, and it still hit him right in the hands, but he was trying to recover at that time. Just tough luck there for Christian.
Hopefully we can keep this
you just kind of blew 2 downs there. You got sacked and then you spiked it. And the Bruins going to get the ball back. Henderson can't call timeout.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
They're out.
They didn't call it either.
Snap to none, and it's going to hit at the 20, take a Colonel bounce. Yep. It's going to be about the 15-yard line off the foot of none. Nice punt there to pin them inside the 20, 34-yard punt, but a minute and 1 second left for the Bruins, who have 2 timeouts left.
That should have been a delay of game if the clock was correct.
By about 5 seconds, I'd say.
Yeah. So it's like the game. Maybe they're keeping it down there because the ref on the sideline put his hands up in the air like you had more time. So I don't know.
So that's something we probably need to pay attention to as far as that play clock moving forward.
No doubt.
Irwin takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off, and it's going to be a gain of about 3 yards on the carry for Gage Gurgley.
Gage Gurgley on the carry. Brought down by number 88, Christian Hagan.
Christian Hagan on the stop for the Colonels. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Bruins as we're under 30 seconds to go here in the half.
Don't give them nothing here, and they'll probably just go to halftime.
And the quarterback going to keep it, and he's going to be hit for a loss.
Well, he went to hand the ball off to the right. Wasn't nobody there. That'd do it, probably.
Loss of about 4 yards back at the 18, and that will be the end of the first half. At halftime, it's the Colonels, who trailed by 11 at one point here in the second quarter, now leading by 10, 24-14. Steve Towles downstairs with Coach Boston.
Coach, the Bruins got off to a quick start, showed us some.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
Your halftime score, the Colonels on top. Stay tuned for Colonels at the half coming up next here on WSON, brought to you by Heron Auction Realty. Again at the half, 24-14 Colonels from Colonel Stadium against Central Hardin on WSON.
Owensboro Health, providing advanced heart care, women's services, orthopedics, cancer care, and so much more for Western Kentucky and Southern Indiana. Our team of 5,000 is ready to serve you. Owensboro Health. We want to keep you healthy. We want to make you proud.
Secure your future with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm, providing excellence in life insurance for over 20 years. With us, your legacy is safe. Our dedicated team at 316 14th Street, Henderson, is ready to guide your journey towards financial security. Don't hesitate. Call us now at 270-826-9583 and embark on a safe, uncertainty-free tomorrow with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
USON brought to you by Heron Auction and Realty. At the half, the Henderson County Colonels lead the Central Hardin Bruins 24-14. The Bruins would get the football first after the Colonels won the toss to front of the second half, and Henderson County would force a punt. The Colonels would get great field position starting on the Central Hardin 35-yard line, but the defense kept them out of the end zone, and the Colonels settled for this 39-yard field goal from Carson Weiss. Play 14-yard drive, took 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and the Colonels led 3-0. Just a minute later, it would be Central Hardin hitting on a big play as quarterback Caleb Irvin threw his first touchdown pass of the season. Caden Taylor got free for 80 yards. Hardin in front. That would be your score after the first quarter. Trajan Davis, 4 of 8 through the air for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. McKinney, the 80-yard touchdown reception. Max Meadows has 2 catches for 40 yards, including a score. On the ground, Anthony Burris, 4 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown in that opening half. Davis, 10 carries for 22 yards. And King Cumbus, 2 carries for 4 yards. 62 yards on the ground for the Colonels. 153 through the air, 215 yards for Henderson. They picked up 8 first downs, were penalized once for 5 yards, no turnovers. The Colonels were 1 of 5 on third down, did not attempt a fourth down. For Central Hardin, quarterback in that first half, Caleb Irwin was 1 of 3 through the air, 80 yards. That was an 80-yard touchdown pass to Caden Taylor. On the ground, Gage Gergley leading the way, 6 carries, 64 yards, and a score. Taylor, 8 carries for 11 yards. Irwin, there, 8 for 11. Caden Taylor has 4 for 12. 86 yards on the ground and 80 through the air for Central Hardin, 166 yards. They picked up 4 first downs, were penalized 4 times for 25 yards, no turnovers. They were 0 of 5 on third down in that first half. It all adds up to Colonel's halftime lead, 24-14 your halftime score. We'll hear from the Poncho Club, Takaholics, and Best One Tire. Be back with a look at other scores from around Western Kentucky and Southern Indiana and upcoming auctions on Colonel's at the Half, brought to you by Heron Auction and Realty. At the half, Henderson County leads Central Hardin 24-14. Other scores around the area. Second quarter, Union County on top of Caldwell County 21-7. Also in the second, Webster County leads Todd County Central 13-6. At the half, Owensboro crushing Davis County 49-6. Second quarter, Apollo at home leads Meade County 12-7. South Warren beating up on Southwestern 29-7 at the half. Paducah Tillman out in front of Mayfield early 14-0. That's a couple Colonel opponents in the next few weeks. Colonels will play at Tillman a week from tonight, 2 weeks from tonight, home against Owensboro Catholic, and then 3 weeks the Colonels will go to Mayfield. Right now, Tillman on top 14-0. Halftime, Owensboro Catholic shutting out Greenwood 35-0. Allen County Scottsville leads Franklin Simpson at the half 18-14. Barron County on top of Warren East 31-15 at the break. Also at half, Glasgow and Monroe County tied at 7. Grayson County leads McLean County 14-6 at the half. Madisonville all over Hopkins County Central 28-6 in the second. Edmonson County shutting out Muhlenberg County at half 6-0. Hancock County shutting out Ohio County in the second 35-zip. And Warren Central leads at Butler County 14-0 at the half. In Indiana, SIAC all third quarter scores. Wrights on top of Jasper 14-7. Castle crushing Balsey 39-0. North leads at Harrison 7-3. Mater Dei on top of Vincennes Lincoln 17-8. College football tonight, Indiana crushing Western Illinois 49-3 in the third. SMU leads BYU 9-7 in the third. Northwestern at home against Duke, an early 3-0 lead in the first. NFL football tonight, just under 10 minutes left in the first half. It is Green Bay on top of Philadelphia 12-7. Major League Baseball scoreboard in the American League. Baltimore on top of Tampa Bay 2-0 top of the eighth. Minnesota trails Kansas City 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Colorado wins at Milwaukee today 3-2. Bottom 6, Philadelphia beating Miami 14-1. Cleveland and LA later tonight as the Guardians take on the Dodgers. Also, Major League Baseball, NL, the Reds and Mets are tied at 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Tie of the 4th, scoreless game, Seattle at St. Louis. The Yankees win at Wrigley Field today, 3-0 over the Cubs. Atlanta a 3-1 lead at home against Toronto in the 7th, and in the 4th, Houston leads Arizona 1-0. San Francisco at San Diego later tonight. Again, 24-14. Your halftime score on Colonels at the Half, brought to you by Heron Auction Realty. Upcoming online auction for Heron Auction Realty, the Vogel Estate, will begin to close this Sunday at 2. Golf carts, barbecue pit, furniture, collectibles, and more. Go to HeronAuctions.com and check out the Vogel Estate with staggered closing beginning at 2 p.m. this Sunday. Also an online industrial auction with bidding set to close on September 25th. Industrial equipment will be auctioned off. Machinery, tools, much, much more. Again, for these auctions, you can go to HeronAuctions.com and bid online for more. We'll hear from Heron Auctions and be back with the second half. Again, your halftime score, Henderson County 24, Central Hardin 14 here on WSON on Colonels at the Half, brought to you by Heron Auction Realty. Give me 3 sports clubs after this and a liner back. 3 after this, liner back. At 4:55, Clutie Park Plaza Drive. Colonels on the road next week, long road trip, as Henderson County will take on Paducah Tillman. Back home here in 2 weeks against Owensboro Catholic. And then we'll be at Mayfield and then get the bye week that first Friday in October. Colonels come in tonight's contest 1-1. Central Hardin 0-2. The Bruins led 14-3 early in the second quarter, but the Colonels scored 21 unanswered to take the 24-14 lead into the locker room. Colonels won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they'll get the football to start this third quarter. Micah Chenault to kick off.
Both special teams had late arrivers to get on the field.
Just in case you're wondering, South Warren is winning this week 29-0. So those 33 points were nice last week by the Colonels.
Chenault, a little squib kick, and the Colonels get down on it at about the 37-yard line.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the following businesses and individuals for their
Colonel football tonight being brought to you in part by Branson Surveys. Branson Surveys can determine the elevation of your property, survey property lines, and do foundation inspections. Branson Surveys doesn't work from 9 to 5. Branson Surveys works from start to finish.
Coach Boston explicit in what he wants from this first drive in the second half. Focus and then score.
Davis in the gun with Burris to his right. Screen pass complete to McKinney. Far sideline, makes a man miss, is across the 50 and ran out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
There we go.
Late hit.
For a Henderson Chevrolet first down.
And an additional 15 to boot.
Probably hurt one of those people that were over there, bystanders. Do you see where he's marked out of bounds?
I was right around the 45. Guess we'll subtract the 15.
After the play, got a personal foul. 33 on the defense. 15-yard
personal foul
added at the end of the run.
Against Central Hardin after a 17-yard screen pass. Davis to McKinney.
Davis now 5 of 9 for 170 yards. Two TDs.
Henderson Chevrolet first down for the Colonels.
They're not going to mark it off.
They are now.
There they go.
There we go. Well, the chains ain't going. I mean,
so McKinney got him to the 43, so this ball will go to the, I guess, 45. They go to the 30.
Yeah, 45.
First and 10 for the Colonels at the Bruin 30-yard line, leading 24-14. Davis, handoff to Burris, off the right tackle. Tony still on his feet, breaks a tackle at the 25, and is inside the 20, down at about the 17-yard line for another Henderson Chevy first down.
Yeah, that's definitely has the looks of a Tony Burris run, especially one between the tackles, a place that we really haven't had much success tonight until then.
It's game time at Henderson Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on new Chevy Silverados. Plus, by now, make no payments until December. Drive to Henderson Chevrolet GMC or head to hendersonchevrolet.com for details.
5 carries, 51 yards for Burris. 10 yards a pop.
And a 10-yard touchdown run. Davis to Burris again, this time off the left side, and Tony gets it down to about the 12. Aiden Peterson on the stop for the Bruins.
2nd and 6 for Henderson County from the Central Hardin 12-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the Bruin 12. Early third quarter, Colonels leading 24-14. Davis looking left, throwing that way, and that's out of bounds. McKinney was there, but where is that? That's that breeze at the back of Trajan there. That one went out of the back of the end zone, not close.
Yeah, and it looked like two different guys on two different planes there as he got in the end zone and kind of did a rebounding sense, kind of squared his man off and was between the defender and the quarterback Davis. But Davis that time thinking of another play and threw that one a good 3 yards out of the back of the end zone. Tougher to throw for Trajan tonight with that wind at his back. We've seen him miss a couple of guys deep.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right for Davis here. 3rd and 6 from the 12. Handoff Burris, and a ball comes out, and the Colonels lose it. Fumble recovered by Central Hardin's Aiden Peterson. First turnover of the game on either side, and the Colonels turn it over in the red zone. So the Bruins will have it at their own 12-yard line after the first turnover of the night.
Had a nice drive going.
Colonels won the turnover battle in their first 2 games, 2-1.
Now 1 of 6 on third down.
Here's a handoff, and it is about 3 yards on the carry for Gurgley. To the 16-yard line. A gain of 4, bring up a 2nd and 6. Jack Dalton on the stop for Henderson.
2nd and 6 for Central Hardin from their own 16-yard line.
10 minutes to play, third quarter. 10-point lead for the Colonels, 24-14, but a fumble in the red zone, and the Bruins have the ball back. Handoff Taylor, and he's going to be tackled for a loss back at the 11-yard line. Slow developing play there, and a few Colonels in on that one. First to meet was Jericho Butler.
And remember this team, because we could play these guys in the playoffs.
3rd and 11 for Central Hardin from their own 11-yard line.
Central Hardin, North Hardin, Warren Central, or Barron County.
Third and 11 here.
0 of 5 so far tonight.
Irwin takes a snap. He's going to throw over the middle, incomplete at the 25-yard line. And it'll be 4th down.
They're now 1 of 4 passing the ball.
Intended receiver was Rashaw.
That's a huge stop there for the Colonels again with Central Hardin going to have the win of the 4th quarter. Colonels need to get their field position back, and they're going to do that because so far they've only challenged the Colonels one time on a punt, and we saw what our guy King did with that one. So I'd imagine I got a better chance of catching this next punt than he does.
He'll be punting from his own goal line.
But Jack Dalton out there too. Blocked it.
Oh, Colonels may have got a piece of that one. They're going to have it inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Will Steiner with a fine catch on the sideline.
Wow, they're going to give it to him.
It'll be Colonels football at the Central Hardin 23-yard line. Just a 12-yard punt.
Well, Steve said he had a better chance to catch it than coming.
It came within about 12 yards of where I'm standing right now, and it was at least 40 yards from where King was standing. Shout out to the Colonel Crazies. Great student section tonight on the far end of the field. Great job, guys.
They're in their
I like it.
hard hats down there in the right corner tonight. Davis fakes a handoff. Trajan going to keep it himself off the left side, inside the 15, still on his feet, 10, brought down around the 6.
Wow.
17 yards for Davis. And a 1st and goal for the Colonels. First down presented by Henderson Chevrolet.
That's twice he's been running the football, and it looks like he's the guy on defense.
A 1st and goal from the 6 for Davis and the Colonels.
Different look here.
Yeah, Colonel's a receiver out right. Kind of a little wing back look with 2 backs to the left. Davis fakes the handoff, trying to plow it himself. He's down at the 2. It'll be a 2nd and goal from the 2 after a gain of 4. Tackle on the play by Loudermilk.
Colonel's exhibiting the type of game plan right now that they wanted to do to start the game. They wanted to get as much as they can between the tackles, and they set themselves up nicely here.
Colonels from the Bruin 2. Davis again. Trajan's in. 2-yard touchdown run from Trajan Davis, and the Colonels go up 30-14 with 7:51 to go in the third.
Yeah, that drive, I'm overhearing it from Coach Andrew Proctor and offensive coordinator for the Colonels, and talking specifically to Trajan Davis, the senior QB, and said, hey, we're going to run the ball, throw it once, and run it again. That's exactly how they set it up. All right, it's the senior, Carson Weiss, looking to knock it down to make it a 7-point trip. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Colonels 31, Bruins 18. Henderson scored 28 unanswered. 7:51 to go in the third. Back after this on WSON, our game being presented by The Port.
Owensboro Health, providing advanced heart care, women's services, orthopedics, cancer care, and so much more for Western Kentucky and Southern Indiana. Our team of 5,000 is ready to serve you. Owensboro Health. We want to keep you healthy. We want to make you proud.
Was a 4-play, 23-yard drive. Trajan Davis 2-yard touchdown run took 1:17, and the Colonels lead it 31-14 as Weiss's kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. Scoring drive recap brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. Nobody beats the deal beater, the Tri-State's largest new Ford and Lincoln dealer. Highway 41 in Walnut near the Lord Expressway, and online at dpatrickford.com. Colonel football tonight being brought to you in part by Ann Thrasher Boyd. Ann helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See State Farm agent Ann Thrasher Boyd at the corner of 14th and North Green Streets to start your savings. Call 826-9583 or visit annismyagent.com. From the 20-yard line, Irwin's going to keep it, trying to bounce out the numbers, and he's going to lose 4 yards back at the 16.
This is not the offense to come back from down 17 in the middle of the third.
Andrew Onan on the tackle.
Number 24, Jericho Butler. And number 42, Miles Ramirez.
Jericho Butler in on that tackle, one of the young men we were fortunate enough to talk to, the player of the game last week, and he's had a heck of a game all over the field tonight from that defensive end spot.
2nd and 13 after a loss of 3. Irwin going to throw, and it's incomplete. His intended receiver was Matthews on a slant, and it's 3rd and long. Clock stopped with 7:07 to go in the third. Colonels leading 31-14. They've scored 28 unanswered points. Central Hardin led 14-3 at one point early in the second quarter. 4 consecutive scores for the Colonels since.
And it's like you said, Greg, it was one of those things, and talking to the coaches, they had to get used to what they saw because they hadn't seen anything like it quite yet.
3rd and 13 here, and big hit in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of about 5 more yards.
Jericho again.
Yeah, he's just getting better and better.
I didn't see who carried that one.
Yeah, he stepped away from the game after his freshman year, came back to the game here as a junior, and we couldn't be happier. And the guy, he is kind of the heart and soul of this Colonel defense in that, the way he attacks the game.
Had 2 fumble recoveries and a sack last week in the loss to South Warren.
Got a chance to put this one away here, boys.
Yep. 31-14 Colonels.
Micah Chenault back to punt for the Bruins.
Chenault will be punting from his own end zone right there on the goal line. That's where he punted from moments ago, and the Colonels got the football at the Bruin 23.
They'll probably try to keep it on that left side near the Central Hardin side of the field.
I think delay a game.
Yeah.
Penalty, yep.
For the play. Delay a game. It's the kicking team. 5-yard penalty.
There's only been 6 penalties in this game. Our first 2 games, we had a whole lot more than that. Combined.
20 plus on that first game.
South Warren had 13 last week by themselves.
So now Chenal be punting from deep in his own end zone. He gets it away, but it's going to hit inside the 30, take a kernel bounce.
Wow.
And Henderson's going to have the football at the 21-yard line.
We'll take that.
Central Hardin. Wow.
10-yard punt, boys. That's going to hurt the average.
Yeah, the last 2 punts have really hurt the average.
Well, trust me, I speak from experience. I've done it.
Colonels will have it at the 21, 1st and 10. Our game being brought to you in part by DSS Rentals. Take it from Colonels football sophomore Jack Dalton. DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals. For personal and commercial projects, big or small, DSS Rentals has the tools for you. DSS Rentals on South Green and online at dss-rentals.com. Colonels from the Bruins 21-yard line, leading 31-14 with 6:08 to go in the third. Davis high snap, fakes a handoff. Trajan up the middle and tripped up at the 17. Tripped up from behind by Grayson Decker. Give him 3 yards to the 18 to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Wish we could have got another score in Paducah. Tim, when they were up 14-0 early in the first quarter.
Owensboro up 49-6 at halftime on Davis County. Maybe 56. I'm not sure. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was ugly.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Davis here on a 2nd and 7. Davis getting pressured, and he throws incomplete, trying to get it to Burris, who leaked out of the backfield there at the 20. Just let him a bit too far, and it's 3rd and 7 for the Colonels. Jake Nunn, Christian Hayden, a couple tight ends coming to the game for Henderson.
It's been a long time since we've had 3 tight ends.
Well, we've had 3 guys line up at tight end.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I meant like
3 out there.
Viable options. Yeah, that's been a while.
Davis fakes a handoff to Burris. He's throwing one of those tight ends. It's Nunn at the 15, at the 10. Runs over a man there and is at the 5 for Henderson Chevrolet. First down, 1st and goal for the Colonels.
And he's not even the big Nunn on the team. Older brother Jackson Nunn, who punts for the Colonels, is the bigger of the 2. But the shiftier, the guy that you want to get the ball in his hands, right there, sophomore Jacob Nunn.
Jake 5'10", 215.
Every bit of it.
2 catches for 46.
Jackson 6 foot 215.
And he is just sneaky as far as when he's out in a pass route. It's almost like they don't account for him.
1st and goal from the 5 for the Colonels. Davis going to keep it himself, working his way down near the 3, and he's brought down inside the 5. Penalty came
there's
in
going to be
after
a
the
penalty on the Central Hardin side of the field. They just threw the flag.
Literally at him.
Yeah, threw it at the guy yelling from the sideline. One of the coaches, or at least he's in the coaching gear.
Going to be a sideline warning against the Bruins.
All the coaches in the baby blue. Coach Stockdale in the yellow.
I noticed that earlier.
And he's not the one that got that penalty.
He is the offensive coordinator. That may help his quarterback a little bit.
It is. That's exactly,
yeah.
Yep.
He was down there talking.
But if you know Philip Stockdale,
he would be in a yellow.
He would be in a different color shirt anyway, yeah. Great guy, great teammate, great person.
From the Central Hardin 2-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 2 for the Colonels after a gain of 3 for Davis. Trajan now under center. Takes a snap. Handoff Burris. Spins off one tackler, and he's going to get back to the 3. That's it.
For 22, Anthony Burris on the carry.
Central Hardin bowing their neck here.
I think he lost the yard.
Showing some fight, showing a little grit.
Yep, he lost.
Carson Lemieux, great size up front, number 70, the first to stand that one up. He is a big man. Yep.
Yeah, he's corn-fed.
He's not a boy.
Yeah. He's corn-fed.
No gain, so a 3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, might be a 4-down situation if they gain a yard or maybe don't lose any yards. You might see him run it again just so you put Central Hardin in a tough spot here in the shadow of the scoreboard.
Again under center, Davis fakes a handoff to Burris. Davis going to throw. Complete touchdown. Henderson County making the grab. J.R. Rush, 3-yard touchdown reception. And the Colonels go up 37-14 with 3:25 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, when you run the ball into the heart of that line 2 or 3 times in a row, and then you fake it and spin out of that, Trajan had a couple of options. He could throw to JR, he could have thrown to Jacob Hunt, or he could have run it in himself. Great job of the senior. Great decision. All right, Carson Weiss out for another PAT. Oh, Colonel's jump. And this is something they do all the time in practice. You work on it over and over. But for whatever reason, guys think they have to move.
5-yard penalty. Going to repeat the try.
Well, that'll back them up 5 yards to the 8. So now to be extra point attempt from 25 yards for Weiss.
All right, let's try it again. Hayden Turner over the ball. Good snap. It's down, it's up, and it's dead center perfect.
38-14 Colonels. 3:25 to go in the 3rd. Back after this on WSON.
Secure your future with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm, providing excellence in life insurance for over 20 years. With us, your legacy is safe. Our dedicated team at 316 14th Street, Henderson, is ready to guide your journey towards financial security. Don't hesitate. Call us now at 270-826-9583 and embark on a safe, uncertainty-free tomorrow with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm.
Colonels on top of Central Hardin, 38-14, 6 plays, 21 yards. Davis to Rush, 3-yard touchdown pass, 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Scoring drive recap brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. Nobody beats the deal beater, D. Patrick Ford. Online at dpatrickford.com. On Highway 41 in Walnut, near the Lloyd Expressway, the Tri-State's largest new Ford and Lincoln dealer.
I can bear witness to that kickoff, guys. That one literally hit out of the back of the end zone, cleared the end zone 70 yards from where it started.
NFL action tonight. Late first half, Green Bay on top of Philadelphia 19-14, but the Eagles in the Packers red zone with 30 seconds left until halftime.
First and 10 for Central Hardin from their own 20-yard line.
Central Hardin from their own 20. They've punted their last 4 possessions. And it's Irwin on the carry, spins at the 25 and gets to about the 27 before he stood up there by a couple of Colonels. It'll be a gain of 8 yards and bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 28.
So Tillman scored 14 quick on Mayfield, and that is the score at halftime, 14-0.
A couple upcoming Colonels opponents.
Yeah.
2nd and 2. Irwin fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's going to lose a yard or 2 here.
We've not seen a pitch tonight, have we? Or did I miss it?
I don't think so. Any, yep.
Usually you see some of those in this offense.
And number 33,
unless we're doing our job, and I guess credit to us.
Apollo leads Meade County in the 3rd quarter, 18-15.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was 12-7 at halftime.
Apollo must be for real, boys.
3rd and 2 here for the Bruins after no gain. Irwin, junior quarterback, takes a snap, turns, hands, and it's gurgly and nothing.
Late flag on them, though, it looks like.
Meanwhile, Colonel is down.
Late hit, too.
Yeah, that's what they're going to get him for that. Maybe a
Brody
little
Belt
unsportsmanlike.
is up, but kind of favoring that right ankle.
He's going to walk it off. He may come out now, but he'll walk it off.
They're 0 for 8.
Nope, he's staying in.
On 3rd downs.
I was going to say, I thought that was 3rd down, and it was. Now
Yeah, it was, yeah.
They're going to probably decline that.
No, take it. It's after the play.
Oh, it is after the play,
Yeah.
isn't it? I'm sorry.
Well, I guess it is.
As far as I'm concerned.
Officials getting together. They're still trying to decide.
I mean, it was well after the play in my view. Old dude fell to the ground after the whistle was blown.
Well, there's no reason to throw the flag unless it was that far after the play.
After the play, got a personal foul. 6 behind.
There you go. After the play, personal foul against the Bruins.
Penalty.
Tough to hear that wind out there tonight. But it was after the play.
Looks like they're going to punt for the 8th time tonight.
And 5th consecutive time
And they
punted.
can't get much worse than their last 2.
The good news is the Colonels have got them to punt into this wind for now what's going to be the 3rd time of this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals punted into it twice themselves. Maybe just the one.
Chenault gets it away.
Good punt.
Dalton Fields at the 46 has the 40, 35, 30, sideline 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Henderson County, Jack Dalton, 46-yard punt return for a touchdown.
I'm telling you, excited for that young man, Jack Dalton. He got to the sideline, boy, and I thought, well, somebody's going to push him out of bounds, and it just wasn't the case.
Special teams.
2nd time this season the Colonels have returned to punt for a touchdown. King Cumbus in week 1. Jack Dalton here in week 3 for the Colonels to go up 44-14.
Buzz, we got a couple of dudes. I'm just saying.
There's some guys back there. Coach Boston and I talked about that in week 1. He's like, you're going to have some scores back there this year, and it's took them just 3 weeks. Both of them find the end zone.
All right, Carson back on again. Snap, picks it up, gets it down. It's perfect.
Colonels 45, Bruins 14. Minute 35 to go in the 3rd. Back after this on WSON.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
On the 3rd quarter, Jack Dalton, 46-yard punt return for a touchdown as the Colonels ahead 45-14. Another score for the Colonels, and we see a running clock.
We weren't thinking that midway through the 2nd quarter, were we?
We were not.
Not when we were down 11. I guarantee you that.
14-3, early 2nd quarter. Central Hardin was on top. Kickoff taken at the 5 by the Bruins. Far side of the field, now middle 10, 15, 20, and getting across the 25, brought down around the 30.
Good return.
Nice return, yep. Colonel football tonight being presented by the Port Youth Center. The Port Youth Center offers a wide variety of youth and young adult mental health support and services, all of which are provided at no cost to youth and their families. To learn more about the Port, visit them online at theporthenderson.com. (45-14) Colonels. From the 30 for Central Hardin. Irwin going to hand it off, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 yards on first down. The carry, Gurgley. Give him 4, and it'll be a 2nd and 6. With a minute to go in this third quarter. Again, the Bruins led 14-3 with 11 minutes to go in the first half. All Colonel since. Handoff again. And
Colonel's got the ball.
No, yeah, they are saying they point and they have it. And it's Colonel's football. Henderson County gets it back. Each team with a turnover tonight, both on the ground. Jericho Butler has his third fumble recovery of the season.
He's that guy, dude. You got to have dudes, and he's one of them.
So each team with a turnover, and the Colonels have the football at the Central Hardin 31-yard line.
McCracken 42, Crittenden County 12. It's a final. Congratulations to Tyler Bam Brooks, his first win as a head coach at McCracken County.
Former Henderson County Colonel.
Yes, indeed.
So the Colonels from the 31, and Davis has Jack Dalton to his left, fakes a handoff. Davis getting pressure, is going to throw toward the end zone. Man down there, McKinney. It is incomplete, the back line. Good effort there.
It was well thrown.
It was.
McKinney almost got both hands on it.
Yep. Couldn't tell if he was going to stay in bounds on that back line.
Yeah, he was probably in by about 1.5 yards. Just couldn't hold on to it. Tough to make that adjustment at full speed, guys.
Yep. Lake get a touchdown tonight, although he was wide open. But if they can get McKinney to start making some plays, what a weapon. And as Steve mentioned, we saw that in the preseason. McKinney had 4 touchdown receptions in the 2 preseason games. Handoff here to Dalton, and Jack no gain to the line of scrimmage. Third and 10 coming up for Henderson.
Passing down for the Colonels. If something happens, it's incomplete. A 48-yarder from here. I believe that would tie the record, if I'm not mistaken.
A bad stat of the night would be third down for the Colonels, 2 for 7.
I don't know what we're waiting on. We got the
That's
wind at our back.
End of the quarter.
I know that, but you're going to be going into the teeth in the other direction.
Not in field goal range into that win.
45-14 at the end of the third. Back with the fourth quarter after this on WSON with our game being presented by the Port.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Colonels a 3rd and 10 from the Bruin 31 here to start this fourth quarter. Davis pump fakes, now steps in the pocket. A lot of running room near sideline. 20, 10, touchdown, Trajan Davis. 31-yard touchdown run, and the Colonels go up 51-14.
Running clock, gentlemen. Start it now. Let's go.
(51-14) on the 31-yard touchdown run from Trajan Davis, his second rushing touchdown of the night. We'll send it back down to Steve for Weiss's extra point.
All right, Carson out again. This one into the teeth of that breeze. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Henderson County 52, Central Hardin 14. We'll have a running clock, the final 11:51. Back after this on WSON.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Carson Weiss kickoff hits at the 18 and stops right there. Central Hardin falls on it after the Colonels go 3 plays, 31 yards. Trajan Davis, a 31-yard touchdown run. Scoring drive recap brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. Nobody beats the deal beater, the Tri-State's largest new Ford and Lincoln dealer. Highway 41 in Walnut, the Lloyd Expressway, and dpatrickford.com. Colonel football also being brought to you by Classic Automotive and Collision Center. If you've had an accident and need auto body repair, remember it's your choice which body shop to use. Classic Automotive and Collision Center on Lower 2nd Street under the overpass. Classic Automotive, where you're driving home, their reputation. 11:20 left in the fourth. That'll be a running clock.
A 49-point run.
That's right, Steve. Yep, 49.
49-0 run.
Quarterback's going to keep it, Irwin, and he's going to get about 3 yards out to the 21.
Colonels with some subs in there.
Yeah.
The biggest guy on the team's in there, number 79.
Second and 7 coming up for the Bruins. All Colonels 52-14, again trailed 14-3 early in the second quarter, and as Steve mentioned, 49 straight.
Wow.
Irwin going to hand off to Gergley, and Gergley's going to be brought down at the 28. He'll be close to a first down.
Number 8, Gage Gergley on the carry. Brought down by number 17, Jackson Smith.
Jackson Smith on the stop for the Colonels. It is a first down, and it's 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 29. Under 10 minutes to go in the game.
Just their 5th first down of the game.
Irwin going to keep it, faking the handoff off the right side, and he's going to get out to the 37-yard line. About 7 yards there, and it'll be a 2nd and 2. Scheidler on the stop for Henderson.
2nd and 2 for Central Hardin from their own 37-yard line.
Receiver to either side for Caleb Irwin, junior quarterback. He's going to hand it off. Coming near side with the football is Rashaw, and he's tackled by Smith, but a first down at the 46-yard line.
You know, these are the guys that you see out here right now that make our offense what they are. This is our scout team defense. These are second team, third team, even fourth team guys. And what they're showing right now, they're going toe-to-toe with a varsity football team in Central Hardin.
1st and 10 for the Bruins. 8.5 minutes left in the game. Colonels leading 52-14. Irwin looking to throw deep downfield, and it is incomplete. His intended receiver on that far sideline was Goodman. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Bruins. Colonels football tonight being brought to you in part by DSS Rentals. Take it from Colonels football sophomore Jack Dalton. DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals. For personal and commercial projects, big or small, DSS Rentals has the tools for you. Online at dss-rentals.com and on South Green Street in Henderson. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Irwin. There's the first pitch of the night, Scotty. And getting to the Colonel 45-yard line, it is Caden Taylor. And they get about 9 yards there and bring up a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 for Central Hardin from the Henderson County 45-yard line.
Trying to pick up their first 3rd down tonight. 3rd down completion, that is.
I think a little busted play, but the Bruin quarterback Irwin's going to get the first down anyway of about 3 yards. He's looking to hand it off. No one's there, and runs to the 42 for a first down.
It looked like he twisted his left knee or left ankle when he went down. He's kind of slow to get up, walking it off now.
I think I might want to get him out.
Yeah, you might want to take your starters out now. It's a 38-point game.
And we've got all our subs in.
Yeah. And then some.
52-14 Colonels, 6:30 to go. And they hand it off this time on the counter to Taylor. Has some running room. First down across the 30, far sideline 20, and brought down there. 20-plus yards on that play.
All right, guys, who are we looking at for our player of the game? Have we talked to Trajan yet?
We have. We talked to him in week 1.
Okay.
We'll take a look here.
Maybe Lakin?
Yeah, Lakin, his first touchdown catch.
Okay.
2 catches for 97.
And here's a run up the middle, and it is going to be a touchdown for Central Hardin. It's Gurgley, 23-yard touchdown run. Gage Gurgley in from 23 yards out.
I don't know what kind of concession you get from leaving your starters in a game that you're obviously getting blown out in, a game that you led 14-3, and now I don't know what solace you get scoring a late touchdown on the reserves. All right, here we go. The PAT to make it a 52-21 game. 5 minutes to go in it. It's up, and it's good.
Henderson County 52, and now Central Hardin 21. 5 minutes left in the game. We're back after this on WSON.
Secure your future with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm, providing excellence in life insurance for over 20 years. With us, your legacy is safe. Our dedicated team at 316 14th Street, Henderson, is ready to guide your journey towards financial security. Don't hesitate. Call us now at 270-826-9583 and embark on a safe, uncertainty-free tomorrow with Ann Thrasher Boyd State Farm.
3:31 left in the ball game. Central Hardin got a 23-yard touchdown run from Gage Gurgley and kicks it in the end zone for the touchback. So that's where the Colonels will come out here, a running clock. With Henderson up 52-21. Our game tonight being brought to you in part by Ann Thrasher Boyd, your local State Farm insurance agent, and helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See State Farm agent Ann Thrasher Boyd at the corner of 14th and North Green Streets to start your savings, or call 826-9583 or visit AnnIsMyAgent.com. Our game tonight also presented by The Port. The Port in Henderson offers free counseling and peer services for youth weekdays from 3 to 6. Whether you need someone to talk to or just a place to hang out, visit their website at theporthenderson.com for more information. Henderson County with Hayden Turner. New quarterback now, and Turner is going to run it near side, and Hayden going to be bumped at the 30.
Wow.
And he has a first down. Turner, 10 or 11 yards there.
And he had a big boy play at the end like Davis.
And a Bruin down on the play.
Oh, that's what we don't want.
Yeah, I hate to see that. So a Central Hardin player down around the 30-yard line. Like kind of favoring his maybe right shoulder or right arm. He's on his right side and hadn't really rolled over much. Now we're looking at more of a leg on the young man down for Central Hardin. 2:08 left in the game. 52-21 Colonels. Colonels going to go to 2-1 on the season. They'll go on the road next week. Arguably going to play their toughest opponent of the season at Paducah Tillman. Next week, a 7 o'clock kick here on WSON. Kentucky on the air tomorrow. Cats open up conference play against South Carolina. 4:30 kick.
Tillman up 21-7 on Mayfield.
That's it. Wow. Colonels will play Mayfield in 3 weeks from tonight on the road.
You know, Mayfield got whipped pretty good by Graves County, a team that we scrimmaged.
That was week 1. Well, they got the young man up, kind of just hobbling off under his own power for the Bruins. That is Han Tran. Colonel football tonight being brought to you in part by Henderson Chevrolet GMC. It's game time at Henderson Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on new Chevy Silverados. Plus, buy now and make no payments until December. Drive to Henderson Chevrolet GMC or head to hendersonchevrolet.com. Financing with approved credit. Must qualify for rebates. Colonels at the 32. And now Jack Dalton is in the gun, and he's going to run on the left side. Dalton has the 40, far sideline, and he's out of bounds and across the 45-yard line.
13 yards.
Well, Turner had a 10, 11-yard run at quarterback. Now Jack Dalton does at quarterback.
And before that, we only had 12 first downs, and I say only because we have 52 points on the board. That means we've had short fields and
long
big
plays.
Yep.
Long plays.
Yep. Henderson Chevrolet first down there. Turner coming back in at quarterback with 90 seconds remaining.
Gentlemen, I've spoken to both Lakin Kinney and Jack Dalton. Both will be a part of the postgame.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left for Turner. Snap, and he's going to hand it off. And getting across the 45 inside the 40.
Good run.
Yep. That was DJ Cobb. First carry of the season. And it's inside the 40 to the 38.
16 yards.
Colonels probably will just have to have one more play. Fans filing out here on middle school night with a Colonels win. Two receivers to the left, one to the right for Hayden Turner. Takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Cobb again. Cobb outside the numbers 40 and out of bounds about the 35-yard line, and that'll do it. The Henderson County Colonels defeat the Central Hardin Bruins 52-21. Colonels scoring 49 unanswered points after the Bruins led 14-3 early in the second quarter. Colonels win it going away. Stay tuned for the postgame show coming up next. For Steve Town, the sideline, Scott Stone with me in the booth. My name is Greg Busby. Once again, your final score, Colonels 52, Bruins 21. You heard it all.